How to make YouTube videos easy. This is what we are all about in the Easy Views Challenge, and what so many of you that are part of the challenge have been asking about. For those of you that are already part of the Easy Views Challenge, you'll know we're getting to day 3 now, and this is where the rubber meets the road. We really need to start getting a workflow into place so that we can start making the video creation process easy and we can keep the momentum that we've created. So in this video, I'm going to share with you our 10-step video workflow that we use inside of the Easy Views community. Now, this is a very simplified version, but this is all you need to get started. And then I'm going to walk you through it step by step so that we can make sure that your video creation process is running like a well-oiled machine. So these steps are important, but the order is the most important thing. A lot of people get this wrong. And if you get your order wrong, then it means you're going to be prioritizing the wrong things when you're making your videos. And then you're not going to get the easy views that you deserve. So first up, step 1 is getting your video idea. And those of you that watched yesterday's video will know that we've got our first 7 ideas already lined up for week 1 of the Easy Views Challenge. If you haven't watched that video yet, I'll leave a link for you in the description down below. Go and watch that video first so that you understand how to use the Endless Ideas framework. And then you can come back to this video and continue. The next thing you'll see is as we progress through the Easy Views Challenge, you'll see we'll start batching your content more and more and combining the right parts of this step to keep you in the right zone so we can maximize your focus and your time. Step 2 in the workflow is your thumbnails. Now, the thumbnails are the most important thing when you're starting out your YouTube journey. If you can get this right, you're going to get so much more out of your videos and you'll be able to grow your channel a whole lot quicker. Far too many people don't put enough focus and energy into their thumbnails, and it shows in their views. Step number 3 is the hook, which is the first 5 to 15 seconds of your video. These are crucial in making sure that the people that have clicked on your video, your thumbnail's done its job. Now you need to hook them and convince them that they need to keep watching your video. It's another part of the workflow process that people don't take seriously enough in the beginning and don't allocate enough time to making their hooks good. Step 4 is the title. Now, a lot of people do the title before the thumbnail and the hook, but things have changed on YouTube. And if you want to grow your channel, then you need to make sure that you're doing things in the right order. So we get to your title in step 4 and making sure we have a powerful title. And later on in the Easy Views Challenge, we're going to show you how to write powerful titles and then how to use the new A/B testing tool from YouTube to get the most out of your titles and get you the most views. Now, these first 4 steps are the most important part of your video, so I want to see you allocating more time and energy to these first 4 steps than anything else that you are doing. Then we can get on to step 5, which is outlining your video. Now, step 5 and 6 work together, and in the beginning, you might not want to script all of your videos out in step 6, so this outline in step 5 is really important then, and it's just going to be some talking points. If you think about the different kinds of video ideas that we came up with in yesterday's video, then you'll know that an outline for a listicle video or a mistakes video will be really important because you know what sections you're going to talk about in your video. This is also going to help you stop waffling on for too long about pointless things in your video. A lot of new YouTubers waffle on for so long, and it's almost like they're taking this pink fluffy stuff and filling the gaps in their videos. You know, that pink fluffy stuff that no one really likes. Let's make sure we don't include any of that pink fluffy stuff in our videos. Then in step 6, if you are scripting out your videos, you want to add all the structure and flow and everything that you want to cover in your videos here. Once we've scripted out our videos, we can move on to step 7 and start filming your videos. And then once you've done the hard work of filming, we can jump into our computers and start editing your videos. Now, all the new YouTubers I've seen in our community spend the most time on editing their videos. We want to keep this to a minimum, and I'm going to show you some quick, easy steps in the video editing lessons that are going to save you mountains of time. But before we get there, don't get too frustrated. All you need to take out are the long pauses or any mistakes that you've made. Don't over edit your videos. We don't need that. We are focusing on the value that we can deliver by the information that we are giving to our viewers in every single video. Once you've finished editing, then we can start uploading our video, and it's really important that there are a whole lot of steps that we're going to follow to upload your videos correctly to get the most out of them. And then once you've uploaded it, you need to publish your video, but publishing your video is not the end of the process. So we're going to show you exactly what you need to do after you've published your YouTube video to make sure you haven't wasted all of your time. A lot of people press publish and they're like, oh, my work is done, I'm finished, and they leave it. And what happens? They come back the next day and the video has 0 views. So you need to make sure that you're marketing your video once you have published. And we're going to help you with that in the upcoming lessons in the Easy Views Challenge. If you're just watching this video now and you haven't joined the Easy Views Challenge, I'll leave a link for you down below. It's a free challenge. You can come across and join us inside the Easy Views community. And it's a great way to get momentum on your channel, start growing your channel, and getting it to monetization. It's what we did when we were at the start of our YouTube journey, and it's how we got our YouTube channel monetized. So you can follow the system that we've learned from with all the mistakes and failures that we've made in publishing over 500 YouTube videos and getting over 6 million views on our channel. So we know a thing or two about YouTube, and we want to share that with you. So make sure you come and join the community. We're on day 3 today, so make sure you're choosing your next most exciting video idea from yesterday's list of video ideas. And we are going and implementing the workflow that I've just walked you through, keeping it as simple as possible. Remember, done is better than perfect. Your momentum on the channel, publishing your videos every single day is the most important thing. Don't overanalyze and don't try and make it too perfect. Can't wait to see your video 3 published inside of the community. So the first thing I want you to make sure you do today as part of step 10 in publishing and marketing your YouTube videos is once you have made your 3rd video public, I want you to jump into the Easy Views community, create a post and share your 3rd video in the Easy Views Challenge so that we can all support you. Come and subscribe to your channel, and we can always leave a like and a comment if we enjoy your videos, which I'm sure we will do. Good luck with video 3. I can't wait to see it inside the community.